So the last little panel over here is our source panel, and it's going to kind of tie all these things together. Now you can get to the source panel a couple different ways. I can grab one of my videos right here and just double click on it, and it will dump it in here, and I can edit and manipulate it, or I can just double click on my video in my timeline and it takes me there too. So I can edit a video that's in my project already in sequence with stuff, or I can edit it before it's even got there. Now, when you are in this little source panel here, I'm going to make everything a little bigger so we can see it. You've got some buttons down here at the bottom. Now, most importantly, you want to play it, you want to watch it, you want to make sure you are trimming out what you want to keep and not keep. So this video is kind of long of the girls like finishing their ride and high-fiving and hugging. Let's say I wanted, them walking towards each other and then celebrating their ride. I've got a couple options here. I can use these kind of little squiggly sticks here that say mark in and mark out. But you'll notice when I hover over those, they've got little shortcut keys. Mark in is a shortcut key of I for in. And mark out is a shortcut key of O. So I'm in here. I want to start right here. I'm going to hit I on my keyboard, and you'll notice that this adjusts. It just got rid of everything at the beginning, and now all I've got left is this end part. So they're going to high five, yay, they're going to hug. And let's say I want to end right there. I can hit O for out, and I just trimmed my clip to just be this little snippet right here. Now, what's awesome is now I can drag in, and when I come over here with my timeline, with my little playhead, boom, there's my trimmed clip. It looks really long. That's just because I'm super zoomed in. So if I zoom out, there it is. They hug, they celebrate. There's my clip. I'm going to delete that. You can also edit here. So here's bike low shot. I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to kind of pick a random spot. I want it to start right here. So I'm going to use the little buttons this time. I'm going to mark it in. I'm going to mark it out. You'll notice it trims it. It's not as long as it used to be. It's now just a tiny little box instead of the big thing it was. So you can edit here, or you can grab it here and edit it. It doesn't permanently eat up your clip. So if I double click on this again, it just remembers it. So that's kind of cool. So I could come back in and adjust this. I can drag it back in again, and it wouldn't have hurt my previous one. It just gives me a new cut of it. So everything over here on your timeline is totally protected from your originals. You can drag them in over and over multiple times. You can edit them multiple times. Each time you grab one of your originals and dump it on your timeline, it's going to just give you a new copy of it. So this is what I would like to see you do. Oh, there's some audio on that one. Oh, one last thing we gotta be careful of. When you're dragging in multiple clips, you want it to snap to the end, okay? Now, if I was to edit the end point of this, you'll notice that they spread apart. So you're gonna have to constantly be kind of like shuffling and moving around. When you go to snap your stuff together, it will want to snap if you pay attention. So see how Bike Shot 2 and Low Bike are kind of touching each other, and they do snap magnetically. What you have to be careful though is if you get too aggressive with it, they will overlap, and then you are basically editing. I'm going to mute that. You are editing your clip without actually having any control over it, because this is just like pushing over it. See how it goes away? And then when I pull back, it's gone. So keep an eye out for that, or you're going to trim off stuff that you don't want to trim off. A couple other things over here. This is your video layer. This is your audio layer. So you can kind of see the waveform chilling down there on this Bike Shot. That's why it was so scratchy when I touched it, because it does have audio attached. We're going to mess with audio more independently in the future. Right now, we're just going to kind of let it be with what it's got. Anything you don't want, you can delete. And again, you're totally safe over here because you've got backups to drag in. So let's explain what you're going to do.